Excuse me. Excuse me.
Are you recording?
Yep.
No.
I think so. I hope so. Okay. Are you starting it or am I starting it?
You're starting it.
You ready?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Hello. Welcome to Fireside Library. My name is Justin.
And I'm Adele.
This is our dog Buster. We're a newlywed couple. What, 6 months?
Yeah, around there.
About 6 months. Who loves to talk about books. And we want to share some of that stuff with you guys. To get it started, I think we're just going to answer a few questions. What do you got first?
First question would be, why did we start this channel?
I think for me, I'm a pretty creative guy, so I think the editing and all of that stuff, this seems like a fun outlet to do it. Also, pretty much zero of my friends read books. So I think the community around BookTube is great. I just recently started reading last year. I think I use BookTube pretty much to get recommendations and everything. What about you?
I agree. None of my friends read either. So really I just have you to talk about with books. And it'd be nice to just have a community to talk.
I know next to nothing, so.
Talk about more. I've been reading my whole life, so I've always been obsessed with books. And I've always wanted to do like videos and stuff like that, so.
Next question, when did you start reading? And what book or series got you into reading?
I've pretty much been reading my whole life since I learned to read in school and kindergarten. I've just always loved books. Probably the first series that really got me into it would probably be Harry Potter, which is still my all-time favorite series. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I pretty much discovered reading last year. I've read before that, but last year I think is really where I found the love for it. I was going through some personal stuff and it was just an escape to be able to escape the stresses of real life and dive into some stories out of this world. The book that got me into reading was Name of the Wind. I'd always hated reading growing up, and I think it's because in school they basically forced you to read this book, read that book. I never got to really pick what books I wanted to read. But yeah, Name of the Wind. Once I discovered that, it changed my life. Now I love reading.
Why do you love reading?
For me, it's just the escape to kind of get out of the stresses of work and day-to-day life and just kind of dive into a new world. I think world building and like magic systems and those type of settings are kind of my favorite things to dive into. I'm a huge D&D fan, so the fantasy realm is my realm. What about you?
I agree. Just the escape of it. I'm stressed all day at work, making big decisions, and it's nice to come home and just read about people casting spells and going on adventures and journeys and just having that escape into a different world and being able to see, like when I read, I have a movie playing in my mind and it keeps me a lot more attentive, because if we sit down and watch a movie or a TV show, I usually fall asleep immediately.
There's no usually, she falls asleep.
So books keep my attention better.
And then what kind of books do we like? What kind of books do you like?
I like mostly fantasy, sci-fi. I do like just regular, I don't know, literary fiction. Some romance every once in a while. I'm not like super into those, but there's a few that I've liked, but it's mostly fantasy, magic, spells, stuff like that.
Yeah, and for me, it's mostly fantasy. I do like sci-fi. I dove into that for the first time this year, actually, starting, I think it was like January or February when I got into sci-fi, and I have a lot more that I want to read now. And then every once in a while I like a good nonfiction book. Just the stories. Not very often, but if something super interests me, I'll dive pretty hard into it. I think that's pretty much it. Just fantasy, sci-fi, and nonfiction.
Yeah. And we both like the same genres of books, but I feel like we read a lot of different books.
Yeah.
But some are similar.
Yeah.
But like different aspects of fantasy we like. Like I feel like I like more like witches and spells and stuff. And like more high epic fantasy, but you're more just that.
Traditional. Yeah, I love the traditional dragons. Even without dragons, but like wizards, spells, D&D type fantasy. So let's address the elephant in the room. We're a couple who loves reading, yet there are zero books. So what's going on with that? We just bought this house about a year ago, and we decided we were going to turn one of the rooms into a library. So we started, when did we start this? Like 4 months ago?
3 or 4 months ago.
It's just a Billy bookshelf hack, and if you guys want, I'll probably throw a video up at some point about us building it. We finished building it about 3 months ago. We're very excited to start this channel and to load books up.
So my books have been packed away in boxes for 3 years, and I haven't been able to see them all out, so.
Yeah, we have, how many boxes would you say? 15 boxes? So yeah, we're excited to get all that set up. Right after we finished building this thing, we had a pipe burst in our wall, that wall
right
directly behind those bookshelves. So for the last 2.5 months, we've been dealing with homeowners insurance.
They had to tear the bookshelves down and tear the walls out and redo the walls, put the bookshelves back.
Yeah, literally a week after I finished building them,
and they
came in and ripped them right out. 2-foot flood cuts across all the walls in 3 different rooms of our house. But this last week, they finally came back in, put them back up and repainted them and made them look, I don't want to say as good, but
close enough.
Good enough. I don't have to rebuild them, so it's fine. So yeah, now we are very excited to finally get this room set up. We have a couch coming
next week,
week after next, something like that. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Let us know what books you guys like, what got you into reading, why you guys love reading. We'd love to interact with you. Community, I think, is a big reason we're starting this. Like-minded people to talk about books. Not many of those in our life, so
yeah.
To be able to interact with other people who enjoy similar types of books, or even books outside of our realm, we'd love to dive into.
Yeah, always looking for suggestions.
Yeah. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. Anything else you want to say?
No.
All right. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
Say bye. Good morning.
Oh, now you're awake for the video?
Are you sleeping? You done? You done? I'm done.